Yo, what up, party people? It's your man Hakeem Green, channel live and direct. BDP all day, every day. Can you hear me, Wes?
Yeah, I can.
Good, because all we do is spark madism.
Yeah.
Gets right exact definition. You know what I mean? But got bad news, ladies and gentlemen. Our special guest for tonight, Ricky Davis, had to cancel, well, actually reschedule. So I got that word like at the very last minute. He had some things unexpected that came up. Spliffington,
what's going on?
Man, Ricky Davis had to reschedule on us, bro. So he asked if he can, do it next week. I told him, of course. So it's the three of us. Kay is stuck in the studio session too, so I don't know if he's gonna be able to make it. He sent word. So, we just gonna have to handle things how we handle them, gentlemen.
No doubt, no doubt.
So with that said, how we do things here. We'll run a video right fast. And the cipher by your man.
Yeah.
It's called the cipher. Hey, yo, what is a cipher? What's it called? It's called the cipher. Yo, it's called the cipher. We can build a cipher. Destroy. The cipher is a circle with all points connected. When you get your boogie off and the weak get disrespected. The cipher is so sacred, it takes place on hollow ground. B-boys seek the battle on a mission to follow sound. Beatbox DJ, banging on the table is the way we settle beef since the days of Cain and Abel. Ask Pop Master Fable, the jams at DMC. With DJs battle for world supremacy. The cipher's not always round, but always on the square. Breakers be on the ground, but I'm gonna put the weed in the air. The cipher's like the wheels of steel and scratch, it makes me itch. I get hyper with the lyrical skills when the DJ catch my pitch. When the fader's being switched, everything live in the mix, but still off the cut like I wear it on my wrist. What is a cipher? What is a cipher?
The cipher, the cryptic writer, the mind igniter. I'm a rhymer designer, a line after line of rhymer. See, I'm an 80s rhymer, the crazy kind of you can't phase me rhymer. I write raw shit like I'm writing on baby diapers. I blaze these ciphers with basic shit. Savage, I'm one that killed for 8 type shit. Hit after hit, all classics, spit in the grit. You talk that hickory dick, you getting lickety split. This what you get, you ain't taking nothing from me. The goat that steps to KRS is the goat that's getting curried. Brain matter, I'm the original face slapper. It's been so many years, you must have forgot we used to chase rappers. Now I'm bust on these nappy-headed hoes, I must. You ain't bad boy, talk big, get your eye popped. That fake shit's not us, you know how Fresh Prince is. Career killer, I write death sentences. Hey, yo, what is a cipher? Hey, yo, what is a cipher? What is a cipher? What is a cipher? We can build a cipher. Destroy. Time is of the essence, every breath another second. I'm down by martial law, fighting through the game like Tekken. I ain't got no weapon when I camel walk like Johnny. Ringing bells when I rock the mic is poison like I'm Ronnie. Bob and weave through the dish and pull off in a new edition. Rapping is fundamental, whack MCs be steady riffing. I just stay in my lane when I'm on a scout like Kiffin. Looking for volunteers when there's a drought, I'm in the kitchen. Cooking up some special treats, not talking trout when I'm fishing. I cruise through a hunt with heavy clout when I'm on a mission. I'm special with the verse, every line in education. While y'all wrestle with the verse, I rhyme in meditation. Standing on one leg, balanced on a lotus, but still packed an eye for judgmental niggas who ain't the SCOTUS. You can roll with this when you done past the lighter. Rhymes going counterclockwise around the cipher. What is a cipher? What is a cipher? What is a cipher?
Yeah, that's The Cypher by Hakeem Green featuring KRS-One. Produced by Ron Amin-Ra Lawrence of the Hitmen. That's how we doing it. Big shout out to Domingo Padilla, Media Famous. Big shout out to Tamika. Big shout out to the whole Madison team. Jasmine, of course, does all my wonderful artworks and graphics. You know, got to shout out the team.
Yeah,
what up,
yeah.
Robert? Big Rob Swinny in the building. You know what I mean? Always good to see the brother pop in. So, like I was saying earlier, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest we have lined up for the night, Ricky Davis, former NBA player. What up, Chris? Christopher Terrell is in the building. You know what I mean? But yeah, Ricky couldn't do it this week. He said he's definitely going to line up for next week and be in the building. And you know, as a reminder to everybody, you see we're broadcasting live on Tuesday tonight, which will be the normal day of broadcast for Madison Sports through the end of the football season. Figured we moving closer to the weekend, so it's fresh. What happened the past week is fresh in our minds, and we can, you know, stay on point. Now, Cliff, the deal was we were going to go with Ricky in the second half, go through the NFL in the first. So I guess we'll keep the same format, and we'll just talk about the NFL. We didn't really do that well this week. over the last 2 weeks, actually.
Yeah,
it was kind of crazy. But what's up, Wes? Let me kick him from the studio. They can come back in. Yeah, man. So, man, what's up with the Cowboys, bro? Let's just jump right in. Cowboys don't look good at all, bro.
yeah. Well, they definitely don't look good, and the fact that they don't have McCarthy and a short week, and what I mean by short week, the fact that they play on a Thursday, you know, because the COVID protocols kick in, and they're talking about a possible outbreak going on. So we're talking about 8, and from what they mentioned, it looks like it's mostly coaching staff, but still, that's lack of personnel. And you're talking about your head coach. Now, I'm hoping more don't, you know, come down with COVID or be held out, and that's something we need to talk about, huh? Because you have all these players unavailable because of COVID, because of their vaccination status, and that's hurting the Cowboys. I mean, I'm really talking about Amari Cooper in particular right now, but you see how it's the spillover effect. You have your personnel. You don't think that directly correlates to, you know, this 3, you know, game losing streak? You know, it's just.
Yeah, it's you know, with this COVID, you know, I hate to talk about it at all because it's so divisive. It's become so political. You know, so many of my loved ones, you know, are on both sides of the argument. You know, family members, friends, you know, some for, some against, you know, and you know, the one thing that, you know, there's no argument is that COVID is real and it's affecting people. You know, it's killing people. People are dying because of COVID. You know, we've lost close to 800,000 Americans, almost 1 million Americans to a deadly virus. And how it came into being, you know, the conspiracy theories, whatever it is, it's here. And, you know, I continually see people get sick. You know, I know people who are sick with COVID right now. I won't say no names, but, you know, this particular person had the vaccine. And, you know, he's off his feet. Like he's messed up bad. He's going to recover from it. He's doing okay. the thinking is, what if he wasn't vaccinated?
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. What if he wasn't vaccinated?
What if he wasn't vaccinated? Right. And that just shows you, the vulnerability. Now, the person I'm talking about, his entire family caught it last year. Oh, I see. Wes, you're driving in the car, huh? Can you hear us, Wes? You got your mic muted.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took it on camera. I could just talk. I could definitely talk.
Okay. Yeah, because I see you got the night Houston scenery going on.
That actually look kind of dope.
I know it does, right?
Little driving night lights going. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, Wes, we talk about COVID and the Cowboys, and I'm just, the longer we deal with this virus and all these different variants, it's going to become more and more essential that people get vaccinated.
Yeah, that's what it's basically boiling down to. I mean, Amari Cooper, it's crazy. You got to. Again, we respect the decisions, but it's really about what they're doing outside of the facility, right? So they're not really doing some of the things they need to do to keep themselves safe during the time when their teammates need them most, and so that's just a bad look. And now you got Terrence Steele with it. Nashawn is a rookie cornerback, I think is Nashawn Wright, and the head coach are out.
Yo, big shout out to Mina in the building. East Orange, Clifford J. Scott, basketball legend, right there. I want to shout her out. Thanks for checking in with us, Mina. Love you.
And Wes, that's one of the points that I brought up initially was Amari Cooper and his lack of availability. And, you have to look at this on, two ways, because obviously this is a public health crisis that we're trying to fight through. But then you also got to look out for, the brotherhood, your teammates. And, if you're not doing it for yourself, you got to do it for, your teammates at least. And again, everybody has their own, we get all that. But at the end of the day, there's sacrifices to be made if you're trying to, ascend to championship levels and have championship aspirations, period.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, they say take one for the team.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah, we try to win a Super Bowl. We try to collect checks. Now we just trying to collect checks. Hey man, But now we're gonna make a commitment to the team and say this is what we're trying to go after.
Yeah.
We gotta be all on the same page, or there's gonna be no chips in Dallas. That's for sure.
And it's funny because if you listen to the arguments of the players that don't want to get it, and you kind of listen to like people in society that don't want to get it, they're for different reasons, and it's kind of a cultural. The reasons are majority cultural, because you got Cole Beasley, who doesn't want to get it because he feels no one should be able to tell you what to do, right? That's his view, because that's that privilege coming through, And then you got black players like Cooper, who I'm not gonna put just anything in my body because of conspiracy theory, and those are the two reasons for most people. Like, A, they're not going to tell me what to do, and B, I don't trust the government and conspiracy theory. So it's just a bad look all the way around, because at the end of the day, it's a pandemic.
Can I just, the hypocrisy of it all?
Yeah,
it's just I don't want anybody telling me what to do. Man, you play for the National Football League, bro. Your whole life is about people telling you what to do.
Yeah,
where to be.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah.
I don't want to put just anything in my body. Man, you play for the National Football League. How many painkillers have you taken?
Exactly.
How many, legal
cortisone
shots? There's tons of things that you've done to your body that you had no idea what you were putting into your body.
Well, and there's tons of detrimental things that they knowingly do to their body to get back on the field. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just don't make any sense.
No, even if you just go, CTE, scientific fact, long-term, playing football professionally or over long will cause mental health issues, cause issues with concussion and head trauma.
Head trauma.
You got no problem suiting up there, getting out there and running out there and doing it. And they're telling you, you're going by 50, you might be contemplating suicide because of this game, right?
Yep.
I want to make that money. It's just
it doesn't make any sense.
Dark Matter, Raw 7, peace to the God.
With all that said, though, they didn't lose because they didn't lose these last two games because of COVID. The offensive line hasn't played really well in a couple of weeks, and their defense played horrible on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
People want to complain about the officiating. Officiating was horrible, but their defense was horrible itself. Defensively, they gave up 506 yards, and then another 120 yards in penalties.
No, it was 166 yards in penalties.
160. Wow.
Yeah. It was almost 700 yards
of
basically surrendered with the poorest defense and penalty yards, which is insane. And with all that being said, you lose the game in overtime only by 3.
Yeah, because of a horrible call. But again, you put yourself in that position.
Yeah, he did. Now, in all fairness, it's horrible. As badly as the game was called on Dallas' side, the Raiders gave up like 160 some odd yards.
Oh yeah, they do. But that's what they normally do. they've been the most penalized team since I've been watching football. But still, they had horrible calls on their end too. There's no doubt about it. So it was just a badly officiated game, not one-sided. Unfortunate for them that they put themselves in that position.
Yeah. Now this upcoming week with the Saints.
Yep.
And McCarthy, not being on the sidelines, is that a good thing or a bad thing, you think?
That's not a loss. I don't think that's going to matter. I think the bigger issue is Steele not being available. Because you never know what happens with Tyron Smith. You never know what's going to happen with him. And the O-line is still being in flux.
And the O-line coach is
the O-line coach is out. He's still out too. Yep.
And with all coming off the game with all those penalties, you have to worry about the discipline and who's really going to be. I guess they promoted
Quinn,
but we just got to hope that somebody's showing some leadership out there because we can't. You can't have those penalties. I mean, that's just. They have to start from scratch now because that's that insurmountable lead that we're looking at. Like what was it? 4 weeks, a month ago. Mm-hmm. Now the not only are the Redskins, or the Washington football team on our heels, but so are the Eagles. They lost, but still.
But it's kind of a blessing though the way that the season is scheduled, in that if the Cowboys can take care of the Saints on Thursday, I expect them to at least split with the Redskins.
Yeah, I agree.
They should at least split with the Redskins. If they can split with the Redskins, it's a done deal. Mm-hmm. It's a done deal. They're good. Now, if Redskins win both those games, it's tight. They win the tiebreaker. So, I think the Cowboys can take care of the Giants, and I think they can finish off the Eagles.
I do too. I agree with you. They got 2 games that they got to really look out for: a split with the Redskins or the Washington football team, and they got the Arizona game still lingering.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. So I got a question. So right now, is it week 13?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the best team in the NFL right this second?
New England.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
crazy. They're definitely in the running and in the top 3.
Yeah.
But because Mac Jones hasn't been tested and because he is a rookie, I can't quite put him there.
No, I was just being sarcastic.
No, but he's close. They're close, bro.
They're close.
Wes,
Yeah.
They're ascending like, when we turn around once the playoffs start, Patriots win another NFC East title and right in the thick of the playoffs. I mean, that could be a reality. And they're not putting him in harm's way. Their play calling, their defense is stout. He's not making any mistakes. They're right there. But my number one team, I would probably have to say it's the Packers.
I would agree with that.
But we could be sleeping because, again, we got to see how Kyler Murray and D Hop come back because, they kept kind of rolling even when they went down,
Well, I agree. It's the Packers. And I based that on who's the best team today.
Yeah.
As we look at the league in week 13 now, week 14, it might be different. We might see something different. But I agree with both of you. I think it's the Packers.
Yeah, I think it's the Packers. Those are the 3 teams: Packers, Patriots, and Cardinals are the top 3.
Yeah.
Now, what's the running back for the Packers? What's his name?
Aaron Jones.
My God.
Oh no! Are you talking about the beast? You talking about AJ Dillon?
The AJ Dillon. Oh my
God! AJ Dillon. Yeah, he's the
dude. I've never seen anybody run like that, bro.
Oh yeah,
he runs through everything.
Yeah,
he's going down, and you see his legs are just extending for the extra yard. That's Dillon. Man.
Dillon, yeah.
The dude tried to come up and make the tackle and hold the safety for who they played. The safety came up, tried to kick, and he just bounced off of him. Like I was like, "Yo, little Earl Campbell like that." It was beautiful.
Yeah, that's Dillon. Well, back to that Thursday game. I watched the game Sunday. Last Thursday. New Orleans has a championship style defense. Their offense is horrible. Mm-hmm. So. We can't even that game. Simeon just showed up a little bit. They had Josh Allen on the ropes in the first half. They did. Mm-hmm. They just couldn't get out their own way. Mm-hmm. And then they just wore down. They got tired and they wore down in the second half.
Well, they have no offensive threats. No Kamara. No.
They have
Michael Thomas.
Kamara might be coming back this week. He said he started practicing. Yeah, that's the last thing the Cowboys need, right?
That's the last thing they need. Mm-hmm. Trevor Simeon throwing it to Kamara all day, causing us problems.
Yeah.
Well, the defense should be on notice regardless, So, it's a game where, a lot of people saying for the Cowboys it's a must-win because you got to start turning around. You got to start, winning in December. Period. You know what I'm saying? So this is it. This is crunch time. This is the last month of the season. This is holding on, to the lead we built all year around. You got to win it.
Yeah, we had 2 separate games because the Kansas City game, the defense showed up and the offense was nowhere to be found, and then the offense showed up and the defense was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, it's like Dak really looked really good against the Raiders. He led in the second half.
Yeah, he played well. He played well. We played well with his 3, 4, and 5 receivers. 2 of them had your 3 and 4 had over 100 yards, receiving, which is impressive. They just had some, like I said, untimely penalties, but the offense played well. Defense just didn't do anything. Special teams got a touchdown for you, everything. The defense just didn't show up.
speaking of the Chiefs, who waxed that ass a couple weeks ago, they are they back on track? You think? Are they looking promising? Do you think it's a?
They got to
I
beat New
think
England.
so.
They're the top 3 in the AFC. Them,
And
Tennessee, and New England.
And they've jumped over. They've catapulted, everybody in their the Chargers been doing nothing but losing.
Yeah,
you got they have the Broncos and the Raiders on their heels, but I think the way Kansas City's been trending, they're in good shape because their defense is balling. Their offense hasn't figured it out as far as rolling like it had been in the past, but their defense has been rock solid. And when that's going on, Kansas City, they're tough out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Oops. How we do?
I don't have the phone with me today because I got it in the car, so that's my error. I'd have to recap it.
Okay. Well, we can walk
down. I know my best bet hit my dog loss. I know that. I don't know about the other things.
Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna have to start with next week. Or I should say this week's.
Whew.
We got the Cowboys and the Saints
on
Thursday. I'm assuming we rocking with the Cowboys.
Yeah, we are. There we go. I touched down at my mother's house. I had to go get my daughter. So I had to shoot upstairs where I got some privacy. I still got family in town from Thanksgiving, So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell your family we said hello. Give your mom the love.
Yep. I will.
Yep.
So we got Dallas and New Orleans, you said?
On Thursday.
You know where we going with that.
Well, and that's my best bet, the Cowboys this week. Yeah.
Man. I don't know, guys. I'll be honest with you. I don't know,
They're a better team. And when you on a losing streak like this, even on the road, I think that's where you find your team chemistry, your building blocks to go on a little run and to in the streak.
I mean, wishful thinking, but talking about the Saints in New Orleans, Sean Payton.
Yeah, but you're talking about Trevor Siemian. You ain't talking about Drew Brees.
And I think Taysom Hill is actually playing this week.
I'm not worried. I'm not really worried about Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian. No. It's more that Alvin Kamara would be the reason I would kind of worry. But Taysom Hill, it's going to be a package thing for him. He's going to run around a little bit. You put a spy on him and make him throw the ball. Just don't let him run the ball. I think you're fine. The Cowboys offensively got to get the line together so they can run the football. They don't run the football. They don't look like they even. That's why they were. I think that's why they look bad first half against Oakland because Las Vegas. Yeah, Vegas, because they haven't established a run in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and that was when we was having our success. We were running the football.
Well, I think they'll definitely do it this week. They'll emphasize establishing the run, even though Zeke will be out, I think, or a real light load. But that's fine because Pollard can do his thing.
Yeah,
man, I really don't know. I'm gonna I guess root for the Cowboys, but it wouldn't surprise me if they took that L.
Yeah,
we're in December. You know what happens to Dallas in December, guys.
Yeah, but I think this is the year they turn it around now.
Every year we say that. I'm just saying, go Cowboys. However, If they was in Texas, I'd be a little bit, you know.
I think is a trap game, but I think that they on notice. I don't really feel like the past has anything to do with this team. I really don't. Like this particular team in the present moment, I'm not the past Cowboy teams have nothing to do with this. They could have anything to do with the outcome. I think they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. That's how I feel. I think it's different.
Okay.
And I think that coming off the last game, obviously lack of focus, sloppy play, bad defense, many penalties. Coming into this game, no McCarthy. I think it's going to be, them being on notice.
They're going to be on notice. And I just think in general, like, they need these losses because, again, everybody keeps telling them who they were before. And they need this for the humility. And I think this is the perfect thing to go through versus the Tony Romo years where when it was bad and we knew it was bad, people were still telling us how good Tony Romo was. And we can all agree on that as Cowboy fans because that's what it was. It was like, oh, Tony Romo. And we had good teams go 13-3 and get knocked out the playoffs. So I'd rather go in the playoffs at 12-5 or 11-5 or 11-6. And if you got to be on notice for the Rams and opening weekend, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Nothing's going to be easy. You got to play somebody.
Yeah.
So
I think it's different. Rams ain't looking too hot now anyway. Again, this is now where teams, the bigger teams, the playoff teams, those teams that step up, turn it around and start building up that momentum to head towards the playoff right now.
Yeah. So, I agree with you guys about the running game and the offensive line stepping up. They have to produce on the ground to make things easier for Dak. If Dak has to win games, it's not gonna look good.
It's not gonna look good. They not built. It is not his fault. He can bring them back and stuff like that. But when you keep telling him you got to go throw the ball, any team is susceptible to turnovers when you got to constantly throw the ball.
Yeah.
Period. Mm-hmm. You can't be one dimensional.
Yep.
New England is having success because they running the ball and they passing the ball.
Yeah, and they don't take Matt Jones out of his comfort zone.
Absolutely, because
it's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of thinking and dunking.
Yeah, but they running the ball. They getting 9 carries for 60 yards. One guy, another one's getting 8 carries for 48 yards. Stuff like that. That's 17 carries for 100 yards.
Yeah.
So,
But look, fellas, let's not lose sight of the fact that they did spend over $100-something million on free agency and particularly on their defense and got all those players back. So when you plan, and they have the number 1 defense, you know what I'm saying? So when you have those luxuries, you can, you can bring up a rookie quarterback. You can
play the best coach
on the ball.
And now, how much is Belichick really feeling the pressure? He has to win a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
For his particular legacy, he doesn't want it said that after Tom Brady left him, he couldn't win another Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the narrative. If he doesn't,
he's building something nice. He's definitely building something nice there.
Yeah. Well, Matt Jones, Cam Newton. When Cam got blindsided, shuffled around, we all cried foul. Thought it was kind of raggedy how they did it, and then he sat out of the game for a minute. Now he's back in Carolina. First game he won, numbers was shaky. Second game he lost, numbers is shaky. How does it look for Cam Newton going forward?
It's not a good look, but we got to start being at least fair because it's not apples to apples. And we know it's not going to be fair for Cam. We get the subtitles, but the reality is the man didn't play for 8 weeks or 9 weeks. Mm-hmm. He goes back to Carolina with a new system and a new coach. Yeah. He plays 3 plays, they win, yada, yada, yada. He plays a full game, they lose by a touchdown, but he got him back in that game against Washington. They just ended up losing, and he played horrible on Sunday, and that's real. But to give a 3-game sample size and say Cam Newton is not the same player, he's not. That's real, right? But he's been out for over a year. And so it is, like I said, it's a new system. McCaffrey got hurt again.
Yeah.
So, they only have one and a half weapons on that squad, McCaffrey and DJ Moore. So I just think that whole thing is going to be tough for Cam regardless. I'm not giving him no pass. I'm just saying that I got to be kind of realistic with it.
In one of these Facebook sports groups, they were talking about, he and Ben Roethlisberger need to pack it up.
Yeah, but he can't. They want to. Roethlisberger is 40 years old. Cam is 31. Stop. That's they always want to lump people together. And I keep saying they, and I'm just being honest. It's always the same folks that want to. We're just the same. No, you're not. He's 31, 32. He's an MVP, and you're not. Ben Roethlisberger is 39 years old, and he's done. Cam is in a new system and has to get comfortable and reacclimate himself to the NFL again. That's it.
Yeah,
and he has no weapons.
It's all about the sample size. I mean, we really haven't seen anything yet from Cam in last week that is legitimate.
Yeah, he played horrible.
We didn't see anything. but he looked like trash. He really looked like trash.
He looked like doo-doo.
But again, like you said, Wes, it's about the playbook. He's been there a hot second. He don't know terminology. He barely knows receivers. Now he's losing McCaffrey. At least let's see, him learn the playbook and be able to, them build a game plan for him. You know what I'm saying? Not a limited one. Because he can't know one.
He got nobody, but think about look how Dak looked like hot garbage against the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Mm-hmm. That was one game, and he's looked bad in other games, but we ain't telling him he's done, and he's in the same system. What I'm saying is we got to be realistic with the critics.
They're not telling him that yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, that's true. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
his leash is mad.
His leash is mad short. Just like Lamar Jackson is mad short. But I'm sitting there watching the games, and I try to watch with such a keen eye. And when I was watching that New Orleans game, and I'm seeing how good the defense was in New Orleans, and I'm seeing how the horrible decisions that Josh Allen was making, and I'm sitting there saying, "Yo, they want this boy to be the best dude on the cereal box." And all these guys, all these quarterbacks, black and white, they all need more. They all got flaws, all of them. Mm-hmm. There's no Tom Brady around the corner and no Aaron Rodgers waiting. Those two dudes stand alone right now in the NFL, and I don't really think it's close after that. I think a lot of people are in the same boat from that point forward. Like these guys, they still need work. They're not finished products, none of them. They all got room for improvement.
Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, they've been that good for how long?
Yeah, they've done it over a course of 20 years and 15 years. Mm-hmm. And we trying to compare. I mean, even Ben Roethlisberger, as he's done now, but Ben Roethlisberger been to 3 Super Bowls, threw for 5,000 yards multiple times, and he's 39. It's time for him to go. I don't look at him any differently in terms of his overall career, because his career has been
it's
excellent.
Phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
In a better system, better line or whatever, he would still be probably doing his thing. But again, where he's behind that line, him being a statue, you gotta move on.
He can't. Part of his success came from him being able to be mobile in the pocket, and he's not mobile anymore. He's not a pocket passer. And what made him great was his ability to improvise, and he can't do that anymore.
Speaking of moving on, Russell Wilson, it's time for him to move on.
Yeah, because you know why? Pete Carroll's being exposed, and their general manager. They never. I mean, they don't give Russell. He's still the most sacked quarterback since he's been in the league. Mm-hmm. Come on, they got to give him. They never protect him. They never really have a real running game. I mean, their receiving core is pretty decent, but outside of Jimmy Graham, he never really had a tight end. So Russell Wilson don't have no help. I mean, Metcalf is nice. I can't deny that. But we'll see.
What y'all think of that? From
Man,
JT.
You put Russell on the Patriots, man. That's a match made in heaven for Belichick and Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening though. I think Matt Jones is solidified there.
Yeah, well, you have to look at the cap implications and the money it'll cost, and you have Matt Jones for what, 4 more years on that rookie salary,
controllable money.
Yeah, that rookie deal. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That 4 plus the option or the extension year, whatever. But yeah, and after that, that's when you're talking the $40 million a year plus. So yeah, they try to stretch that rookie deal out to. They got a gold mine in him.
Yeah, he knows the system, executes it to a T. Like
he's young, they can mold him however they want to. And he's obviously a smart kid. From that Belichick Saban mold. So he's fall right in line, know how to tote the line, know how to prepare, know what it's about.
Yeah, it was a really great call. Actually, in hindsight, it's 2020 always. But that was a great call by the Patriots to call Matt Jones their starting QB early, and because he's doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What happened in the Rams game? I had it on, and then I cut it off. What did
they got spanked around?
What did Tony Romo Stafford do?
Yeah, he had another Tony Romo Stafford game.
Okay.
Another pick six.
Yeah. What, 1 pick six or 2?
Just one, but it was the 3rd game in a row. He's doing the Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub had the record. I think 4 games, 4
in a row.
Yeah.
Who they played?
They played Green Bay.
Green Bay, that's right.
Yeah.
They got spanked around.
And again, that's another team that they blame the quarterback, but they got a quarterback who again been in the league for 12 years, and he is who he is. 2, he can throw the ball though. He gifted, but you look underneath that shirt, he got something holding him back.
What's his name? The coach.
Little Chucky.
Yeah, Little Chucky.
McVay. Yeah.
Boy wonder.
Yeah, he found himself having to defend Stafford today. Because questions started coming up about he's the one. And he's like, I'm not blaming it on one person. It's bigger than that. You can tell he was being defensive.
Yeah.
But he knew there was validity in what was being said.
He's defensive. He's defensive because he got rid of Goff because he was saying it was the quarterback. Basically, they thought they were a quarterback away from getting to the Super Bowl, and he might be right, but in reality, again, the quarterback that you went and got is probably one of the most gifted. Like he can make every throw Aaron Rodgers can make. Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
There's really no his gift game. I mean his throw game is ridiculous. But like you pointed to your head, he's not there mentally, man, and he's not there. He doesn't respond to pressure. He doesn't respond to pressure, and that's part of it too. You could throw every pass in the book.
That's all of it, bro.
That's it. Yeah, that's what makes you a special athlete. Period.
Yeah, at the quarterback position, especially.
Yeah, but they doubled and tripled down because they did that, and then they doubled down with OJ, linebacker Von Miller,
and then they got Odell Beckham.
Down with Odell. I mean, Odell didn't cost them anything, obviously, but again, the expectations because of all of this, starting from the fact that SoFi, it's at their home, and everybody's Buccaneers did it last year. Let's host the Super Bowl at our stadium. So they really have a lot of pressure. I think they have the most pressure in the league right now.
I agree.
And they can barely win a game. They can't win a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I forgot the Bucs won in Tampa.
Yeah. First time, and now they're trying to do it back to back. And everybody's talking, so highly of SoFi and that stadium, SoFly. They have illusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
They bought it. They bought everything. Now they got to produce.
Yeah, it's not looking good with the Rams. We'll see if they could turn it around. Who else we got out there that we need to discuss?
San Francisco 49ers are starting to play better football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. They running the football. They playing defense.
They run and they play action. Run and play action.
Garoppolo not making the mistakes.
He's not making mistakes.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. That's a good team. That's another team that I've been watching trend in the right direction. Tennessee, I think it's going to come down to whether or not Derrick Henry is coming back this year or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm not sure. They really don't know yet. Mm-hmm. But that's really their season. If he doesn't come back, they can forget about it because Tannehill is not the answer. And New England, like I said, is trending. And Arizona is still hanging in there without Kyler Murray and D-Hop. Mm-hmm. They still winning games. So it just tells you how dangerous they could be.
Yeah.
But that's all exciting on the top of both conferences. What about on the bottom of both conferences on both sides? All these 5-win teams? I think there's 11 teams on both sides that are like in the thick of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
the Eagles, the Giants, their possibility. Who else? The Colts.
Well, on the NFC side, you talk about everybody except for maybe the Lions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Lions and the Giants maybe, but because
the Giants have a chance.
Yeah, they got 4 wins.
They got 4 wins,
but
they said like on both sides in both conferences, 5 teams. The 11 teams on both sides, right there.
There. I think that's why you want to make sure that's why the team that's in the 4 slot wants to play for. You want to play for the 1, obviously, but you really want the 1, 2, or the 3, because the 4 slot you get the 5th, you get the best wild card team, right? So, especially in the NFC. I mean, if you're a 4 slot. The Rams is your opening. The Rams are playing one of those 4 teams. That's the bottom line, right? Because the Rams aren't going to catch Arizona, so they're either going to play the Cowboys, they're going to play Green Bay, they're going to play the Cardinals again, or they're going to play the who's in the NFC Central. Tampa Bay. So that's the matchup. That first round. If one of those teams land in the 4 slot, that's who they get. The Rams. So I would rather not get that matchup as the 4 seed.
Yeah, but that's if the Rams hold on to their 2nd spot. What if the 49ers catch them?
But that's what I'm saying. You're going to end up playing the best.
Oh yeah.
But on the flip side of that, though, if the 49ers catch the Rams and the Rams end up being the 6th seed, would you want to be the 3rd seed playing the Rams again? So. Those 2 teams right there, you want to try to get as high a seed as possible so you can play the worst team, because the worst team is going to be Atlanta, New Orleans, Washington, Philly. One of those teams are going to be that last seed, and that's who the 2 seed gets. So really, you're playing for that spot, because if you can't get the 1, you want to be the 2. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Because the 1 gets the bye, so obviously you don't play nobody in the first round. But the 2 gets the worst wild card, and that's what you really want, because it's so much log jam. And I think there's a big separation between the top 5 teams in the NFC versus those 5 teams that are trying to play for those last spots. Those top 5 teams are all better than everybody that they're going to play, with the exception of the Rams and the 49ers. So. Yeah,
the Giants fired Jason Garrett last week.
About time.
But is that just a sign that there's about to be a mass clearing of house?
No, because Joe Judge, I think, is safe. They're going to get rid of Gettleman, though, I think.
Oh, yeah. He's done. He's done.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
I agree. Pete Carroll is on the hot seat. I think Gettleman as a GM is on the hot seat. Nagy's on the hot seat.
Is he
from Chicago? I think so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think they might give him one more run with
Fields.
With Fields, yeah.
I don't think so. I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think he's done. But we'll see.
Well, so what do you guys think about to switch gears on you, Lincoln Riley to USC?
Well, I was just curious, bring that up sort of too with Urban Meyer. I think, speaking of hot seat, depending on how this little last month stint goes in Jacksonville and what spots are open, you never know what he may do.
So Lincoln Riley is the candidate at USC now?
He got it.
He got it. Oh, he accepted. Okay.
Yeah, $100 million.
I think it's a good hire.
I think it's a good hire. I think that's a good look for him.
Yeah, and Kelly.
Yeah, Chip Kelly. I mean, Brian Kelly got the
Kelly
got the LSU. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Notre Dame can't be happy about that.
Nah. Wow. They talking like $100 million deals for coaches now.
Yeah, it's so crazy though. These coaches, they can move around and they get these kids to commit, and the kids can't go nowhere. They got to stay there. But the coaches can go to another school at a drop of a hat, and the kids get punished.
Haven't they modified that rule some? Where
to a degree, yeah, within reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's the nature of the beast. Like, college athletics is like they have to have some guarantees. But prospects are going to come there. He's be out. Like, but coaching, it's. I mean, what do? You stay somewhere forever? Like, because every year there's a new class of people that's like, but what about us? How you gonna leave us?
Yeah, no. When you ever get to leave, right?
Yeah.
No, I get it, but it's just it's a grimy game. It pretty much.
Yeah, it's just amazing the numbers that are attached to this thing, man. How much money is generated by these schools and these athletes, and like that's the thing to me. Where coaches are getting that type of money,
and they don't want to give the players a nickel because they get a $200,000 education.
Yeah, not even really.
Well, at least now with the NIL, the name, image, and likeness, they're at least getting some money from their work, their hard work, and their person, as opposed to just being exploited by the universities, because the NCAA has been a racket since the beginning.
It's all a racket. The universities are a racket. It's all a racket, but that's another conversation. We got to have just a conversation on the racket of sports all day. We don't talk about no sports. We just talk about the racket.
Yeah.
The racket that is sports. We don't mean tennis racket. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's go down this list. Yo, Cliff, you gonna keep notes? Okay, because what's that? His mother's house. So I don't know if he has.
I don't have nothing available. I got a pen.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Cowboys and Saints. We said the Cowboys.
Yep.
Or you guys said the Cowboys. I'm gonna hold out, if you mind.
Hold out for what?
To the end of the show? You looking for some more commentary, some more analysis?
We say it though.
It's a hard one right there, man. I can't even front, man. I mean, I want,
Okay.
All right, look. We're gonna go with the Cowboys.
Good. Let's go.
All right. Colts, Texans.
Colts.
Vikings, Lions. Vikings.
Oh no, the Cowboys. Oh yeah, okay. Because that was going to be my best bet, but the Cowboys is best bet. I'm sticking with that.
You said Cowboys is the best bet. Ooh.
Cowboys is my best bet. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is a must-win for them. This is a must-win.
Yeah, it is.
It's a must-win.
Okay. Giants, Dolphins.
I got the Giants.
At Dolphins.
I got Dolphins.
I got Dolphins. West. Buccaneers, Falcons.
I got the Buccaneers.
Got the Bucks. Eagles at Jets.
I got the Eagles.
I got the Eagles.
I got the Eagles. Cardinals at Bears.
I got the Cards.
I got the Cards.
I got the Cards. Chargers at Bengals.
I got the Bengals.
I got the Bengals.
I got the Chargers. Oh! they got to get off that. They got to get in that losing streak.
Yeah. Jaguars at the Rams.
I got the Rams.
I got the Rams.
I got the Rams. Washington at Raiders.
I got Washington.
Cliff?
The Raiders.
I got the Raiders. It sound like a kitten. It sound like motherfucking.
Try to keep it. I can't see. I'm being penalized right now for 2 reasons. Though you got jokes,
baby
right?
wolf.
But I can't go in my non environment. That's okay. You get the jokes. Yeah,
it sound like a helium balloon.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay. No, I got Ravens versus Steelers. I got the Ravens.
I got the Ravens.
I got the Ravens.
49ers versus Seahawks.
Niners.
Broncos versus the Chiefs.
Where's it at?
I got the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Oh!
Got the Broncos?
I got the Broncos, B.
Oh, shit.
It's just something, man. They've been serving motherfuckers lately. Let's see what up. All right, so Patriots, Bills. Got the Pats.
I got the Pats. That's my dog of the week because they're actually underdogs in that game.
Really? That's a Monday night game.
That's the Monday night game, yeah. Patriots, Bills. Hawk has the Pats. I have the Pats. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's my dog of the week right now. It's
I just got kicked out for some reason.
They're 2.5 point underdog.
Who's that?
Pats Bills. Monday night.
Pats Bills.
Yeah. Pats at
Pats
Bills.
Who y'all got?
I got Pats.
I got Pats.
That's
my dog of the week.
I got Pats too.
Yeah. Okay. That's how we looking right there. NFL.
Yeah.
Yep.
NBA.
Well, we got a big one tonight. We got the Suns for their 17th in a row.
The biggest.
And go against Golden State. Golden State
18-2.
18-2.
Let me tell you what I was impressed with the other day. Steph and Draymond did not play. Wiggins dropped 33 and Poole dropped 33.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, this is a problem. If you're a Laker fan, there's a problem brewing. And the Lakers don't even understand what they might not even have a shot. Like, this team is getting better every game. And I know I'm on record with criticizing Steph, but I was criticizing the fact that we wanted an MVP to come from a non-playoff team. That was my main argument. This year, he's the MVP because his team is he's playing the best basketball in the league. With Phoenix is playing great too, but individually, I mean, he's playing phenomenally, like hands above a lot of other superstars out there. that we call superstars. He's playing great basketball, and they playing well. And if you're a Laker fan like I am, and you don't see the writing on the wall, because it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
Nah, it's a wrap for the Lakers. They're not gonna do much, bro.
Yeah, they're fighting for a play-in right now. As far as the top tier teams in the West, Lakers can't even sniff that right now.
So now it goes back to that conversation I wanted to have before. What are we gonna say if Steph gets his 4th and ties LeBron for 4?
No, no.
I'm saying
right now, the best player in the NBA is Steph Curry.
Yeah, and it's not about LeBron and Steph comparing the two players. What I'm saying is, like, we haven't seen the back and forth championships rotate since Magic and Bird when they were in, and we got that situation right now, but we weren't paying attention. That's what I'm saying. We really weren't paying attention. We got the same type of because they played against each other just as many times as Magic and Bird, right? I mean, when you think about it, Cleveland played Golden State several times, right? So it becomes now we had that same thing 25 years later with two different players, and no one was really paying attention because they didn't even think it could happen. Because we were all focused on LeBron getting number 5. That's what everybody was talking about. It was like LeBron getting 5 for the last couple of years. He got 4, but now we got 2 players in Durant and KD that are vying for 4 and 3 at the same time. So it's gonna be it just looks good for these guys and their legacy as well.
Well, because KD getting his 3rd and Steph getting his 4th look way more likely than LeBron getting his 5th right now.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
but it's still 22 games in. They got 60 left. I don't really see much changing in LA from a standing type thing. They'll hover around the 5 through 8, 9 seed the rest of the year. But it'll be interesting to see how they look in the postseason when everyone is healthy. Because I'm still holding out hope that Kendrick Nunn, THT, Trevor Ariza, and guys like that will have more impact on the outcome of their games down the stretch. But this doesn't look good.
They don't play any.
They don't play any defense
at all.
That's what I've been telling you.
And AD is totally disappeared. Like he's shooting like historically low numbers from mid-range 3-point, like historically low numbers, and he don't want it. Like he's not that guy that he needs to be. And it shows. I don't think LeBron is engaged. I don't think he's engaged.
No, I think he's not checked out, but he's still trying to feel it out to see what's needed because he's a gap filler for a lot of reasons. Like he likes to fill in the holes and then still get his at the same time. And he really doesn't know where to look because he got somebody that's playing underwhelmingly, and there's somebody he can't control. So
who Russ, by the way, has been playing a lot better.
He has. He's been playing a lot better. But again, at the end of the day, defensively, Russ is not like Russ was one of the problems, but the defense has been the consistent problem every night.
Yeah.
Every night.
If you look at Golden State, they play D. They play D.
They play in D. They play in D.
Shooters, and Clay is almost back. So when we start having this conversation in a couple weeks after Clay is back, I think that this conversation may just be like, okay, we just got to revert back to 4 years ago when these cats were just stomping everybody on. And I don't even know if we have to wait because I've been keeping notice and stats, and they've been blowing everybody out by double digits. And
like I said, these guys, and Draymond and Steph took a week off. Like they didn't play like a couple of games last week, and these young boys stepping up and balling. They lost one of the games, and I think they won the next 3, and all of them by double digits. So these guys are balling. And while y'all are talking about the Lakers, I mean,
you got so many other teams in the West that are right up
So
top
many.
there, man.
Yeah,
because
so many.
Obviously Phoenix is out of their minds, and Utah is there, if not coming. Like right there. Denver's.
So what happened? What happened with Portland the other night? Utah and Portland. I heard Donovan Mitchell put it on Jokers.
Oh yeah,
I didn't get a chance to see the game.
Yeah.
But so
He played well.
Yeah,
he played well.
And
I mean, they're good.
What did Dame do?
And Dame, he was like 4 of 13 or something like that. He didn't shoot well at all. But their biggest problem with Portland is, and the reason why I didn't mention them, because they have the same squad as last year. They can't win on the road. I want to say they're like 1-10 on the road.
Yeah, they can't win on
it's
the road.
Something crazy like that. Yeah, they're like 1-8 on the road. So,
but the Lakers are 11-11. And Sacramento is in influx, and they only 3 games behind the Lakers. They won 8 games. So I'm just saying, like, Sacramento is a team that is like a mess, and they're only 3 games behind the Lakers.
Who's their interim coach? Who took
Alvin
over?
Gentry.
And he may get them boys playing because they got squad. They have talent, and they got a lot of young talent too. Because Fox is a beast. They got a lot of young talent. So
Halliburton.
The
rookie Hill. The rookie is good. I forgot his name, but they got pieces over there.
The
JT just asked about Dallas and Denver. You know about Porter, right? Porter Jr. He's done for the season.
He's done for the year. That's going to hurt them.
Yeah,
that's going to hurt them. Dallas, I really have lost track of them. I don't know what they're really doing lately. The Mavericks.
They've been sneaking up the joint. Luka was out for like 3 games, and then he just recently come back, but they haven't been winning since he's been back. So yeah, they fall.
How about the
Clippers? Has been playing better though. Clippers okay at home, but they just got blown out again last night.
They're 11-10, 6th place.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah, it's gonna be a log jam in there. And we talk about teams that getting good players back, and we just getting role players back. So we're gonna see how this thing plays out. But Golden State, Phoenix, and Utah are definitely the cream of the crop in the West, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Let me ask you this on the East before we get into the East talk. Did y'all see the Kyle Kuzma sweater last week?
Oh my God! Come on, man, stop it.
The Pepto-Bismol sweater.
With the arms and with the long arms. But you know what though? You know on the real, Uncle Cliffy would have rocked that joint.
Yeah. I was going to say, that was a little bit much for me, but I would have had something to do with something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I can see Cliff walking to school with the joint hanging out his coat. Cliff, how much that joint cost? Well, it cost $1,200. I paid about $60 for it.
That's like the Armani joint I had with the big collar, the big joint I had, the mohair. It was it was one of those. It cost, but I paid for it.
Oh man, but your man Kuzma,
Kyle.
Yeah,
Kyle.
That's his boy right there. He came through with the, I don't know what you call that, John.
The Pepto-Bismol sweater.
The Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, it's straight pink.
That was the bwetter. The blanket sweater. Call that joint the bwetter.
Yeah, the bwetter. The bwetter.
Oh, hilarious. So the Eastern Conference, the Nets is in first place at 14-6. Bulls is in second place at 14-8.
Yep.
Heat 13-8. Wizards 13-8. Bucks 13-8. They just picked up DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bucks did. Hornets, Knicks, Sixers, Cavs, Hawks, Celtics. What's the Celtics really giving us, brothers? What's going on over there?
I think you're gonna see the Cavs get knocked out of there, and the Celtics get that spot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on the Cavs. I mean, they running that Mobley. That Mobley, Evan Mobley is balling, and they running those twin tower lineups with Marcus and those 7-footers, and they playing. Sexton went down, but they got some ballers.
Who's their coach?
Good question. I can't even remember right now.
Huh.
Yeah, I can't even remember right now. Wow.
Google. A.B. Bickerstaff.
Yeah, Bickerstaff. Okay, Bernie's little son. Okay, J.B. Bickerstaff.
The younger Bickerstaff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got a squad.
He said Platt. I think Platt's still over in Israel, right?
David Blatt.
That's Blatt. That's not Blatt.
Blatt.
Yeah, he meant Blatt, right? Yeah.
Blatt. Yeah.
Yeah. J.D. Bickerstaff is in Cleveland.
Not bad for JB.
I think it'll be just like the West with the East, though. I think the you got the Nets, the Bulls, and the Bucks. To me, that's going to be the cream of the crop. And the Heat, maybe the Heat too, but then everybody else is going to be a logjam in the middle. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Knicks is sliding off. What's the guy that's showing the Knicks right now? What's going on there?
They're sliding off, and they got another tough one tonight. They played it now. Well, actually, the game probably started.
Yeah, it started.
Yeah.
What's the score? Anybody got it up?
I don't have it. No, I can't flick out because I'll lose y'all.
Okay.
Let me see if I could.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nets versus New York Knicks.
No, I couldn't see one. I'm gonna try to pull it up.
StubHub. 42-45 Brooklyn.
Okay.
Second.
Here we go.
Second quarter, 6 minutes, 29 seconds left.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had an interesting article about James Harden out here too.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Saying that basically he just can't play with other superstars and be the superstar he wants to be. Like he's just struggling. I mean, I've been really paying attention, so I'm not gonna speak to his game this year, but I don't know what they're 14-6, so he's gotta be doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he hasn't really been playing well at all. He's been getting blasted because his numbers are significantly down. My thing is, why can't he channel whatever he was doing last year? Because when he was playing last year, towards the end of the year, he was clicking. They were playing fine together, even when it was just him and KD. But when it was him and Kyrie, it was too.
We were on this panel saying he was an MVP candidate at points in the season last year.
It's just a different James this year, and I think it's because of, if it's infighting, call it the indecision, call it the up in the airness or whatever's going on with Kyrie. I just think, they're just not on the same page. They're just not.
Yeah, and that's like back to the earlier conversation we're having with the Cowboys and vaccination and really just the team and commitment to something. And, when you're in it for a championship, you throw everything at a sink by going, okay, it's a personal decision, no doubt. It's your body, no doubt. But again, it just makes you wonder, like, what did I do this for? James Harden, Kevin Durant. Like, why did we come here? Why did we, shift our lives around to be here? And it was to win a championship, I'm sure.
And it was before Kyrie. To answer your question directly, it was for Kyrie. He's the one who put it together. You know what I'm saying? He's the one who got him on. And now everything is not what it was supposed to be.
I think when you put it that way, you make a great point. Like, in the beginning, I think Kyrie got kind of saved by Aaron Rodgers a little bit because he was forthcoming. But now you have the Amari Cooper situation and then what the Cowboys are going through. And you do think about it from the team aspect and what the sacrifices are for a season and what Harden and Durant went there for to play with him. And he just decided that, I know life is bigger than basketball, right? We get it. But and I'm sure they get it. But in their heart of hearts, they're like, yo, dude, come on, man. So it's like it's tough. It's got to be a tough one for both those guys.
And you don't want to pressure anybody.
Nah, you don't.
You don't want to pressure people.
You don't. It's got to be a tough one, though.
But it just makes you look at people like, all right, in other situations when it's time for team, are you really on the team?
Yeah. It's a team sport, and this thing has tentacles because it creeps up. Because even if you're not vaccinated, you're more susceptible, which means you can spread it easier. So you are putting other people, your teammates, and everybody else in a more vulnerable position. And once the playoffs and all these other things start, because we've seen it in all the sports, the lack of availability has been compromised by COVID. And it's going to continue to happen. Period. And I just hate to see it, cost teams championships and players and all these other things. Real. But it's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen.
It's real.
That's real. Yeah. Yep. So, okay. Oh, but back to James Harden, in the Brooklyn Nets. I got to pay more attention, to be honest with you. However, to the point of James Harden, in order to be successful, he has to figure out how to be a more complementary player and not the star. And I think he'll thrive. He'll be more successful in the long run if he can really be a second fiddle and not a 1A 1B situation. If he can settle into that, I think the team will be better off for it.
I agree.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Joe Harris went out. I'm not sure exactly, but I think he's out for 10 days or something like that.
I mean, okay. I don't get him, but that's another story.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is, you gotta. I'm surprised and impressed with how they're complementary pieces, and shout out to Bembry. Bembry doing his thing.
Bembry's balling. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's balling. Yo.
That's fair. Speaking of which,
it's an opportunity for him.
Speaking of which, AP World, which is the foundation created by DeAndre Bembry and members of his brother, Adrian Potter, AP World, they hosted a Thanksgiving dinner in Newark, New Jersey. They fed over 20 families. Did their thing. Incredible event. And he's doing his thing in the league. So on the court and off the court, he's representing.
Absolutely. Big shout out to him.
What I was saying was that he's doing his thing clearly, but I'm surprised at how their role players have been stepping up and keeping them afloat. So to lose a Harris, they don't have too many cats to lose. I don't know what Kyrie's doing, but I just hope he gets back. It's just, what he's not even bringing to Brooklyn or just bringing to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah. And the other side to this, right, just as an add-on, if, not want to put negative energy out there, but God forbid a player passes COVID to a fan. It's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap. And I don't think people are thinking about that liability. JT put in teams are trying to protect their assets, all those fans coming into the arena. Yeah. And, it's an enclosed space, easily transmissible disease. So, anyway, moving forward. What's the Hawks giving us at 11 and 10, 10th place?
They're going to be fine. I think they're going to get in.
And don't sleep. They probably won 6 out of their last 7. because they started off kind of horribly. Yeah,
they were like 4-8 at one point.
Yeah, they've been balling recently. So I think that they're coming together. They're getting healthier, and they may be picking up to where they left off last year.
Yeah,
I wish the Knicks would do the same thing. But to jump on the Knicks real quick, did y'all hear that? Whatchamacallit's losing his starting spot in the rotation.
Kemba Walker.
Walker.
Yeah.
So not only is he losing his starting spot, but he's losing his rotation minutes too. So I don't know what the team is going to look like or how he's going to adjust it, but we'll see if they start. Taking out a rotation. Let's see if they start winning. I mean, they got the Nets tonight to see, whatever he's going to try is going to work. But
Yeah.
Too bad for him because he got bad knees.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a really good look him coming back to New York, but
he got his bad knees, man.
Really unfortunate for the New York Knicks to be a graveyard for him.
He's a shell of himself.
Wow, it's crazy. Yeah, man. So, any last comments, words before we?
Well, we got to shout out Cincinnati. We haven't given much love to college football, but the playoffs, they made the top four as a non-Big Five school for the first team ever. They still got to win their championship, conference championship against Houston on Saturday. Yeah. But shout out to them for even getting there. And this college football season, I don't know if y'all been tuning in, but it's wild, yo.
Because Georgia got to play Alabama. Georgia and Alabama play in the SEC championship this weekend, and that's gonna be another hot game. And then you got the fact that Alabama was down in 4 quarters and then played lights out in overtime.
And had to go 4 different overtimes, to win.
Crazy.
Rivalry week
against Auburn, right?
Yeah.
I've watched a few games here and there with college football, but that's a big accomplishment for Cincinnati. So kudos to them.
Yeah.
We gotta welcome back. We gotta welcome back Tiger Woods too. He said he's gonna be playing again.
Oh yeah. Welcome back to the hairline too.
I can just say welcome.
I saw him do a little piece early today.
Yeah.
And they had the mug shot, and this shit was all tattered and torn up in here.
Yeah.
And I saw a recent interview, and he had his joint back. I was okay. He went to men's hair club, got his rug fixed. But big up big shout out to the East Orange High School campus Jaguars, who spanked Barringer around on Thanksgiving, 49-0.
Wow,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I think next stop is the state championship. I forget who they play.
That's what's up.
But they're undefeated season. Got
Continues.
one more game, undefeated season. So we're gonna send them some positive energy.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And man, it's been a good week. Next week, hopefully we can get Ricky Davis on. And I think KG wanted a lot of Marcus Toniello to hop on as well. So we're gonna figure it out and line things up for next Tuesday. This is Madden Sports.
It's always awesome coming in after a Cowboys loss, and it's no KG.
Oh, what's up? Did you put the did you update?
Man, we'll need to unveil that. We can wait.
I keep it real. Keep it real.
Okay. Well, because actually it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since the unveiling of the shirt, and unfortunately, it's been 2 L's. So the front side of the shirt got some more artwork on it. Okay. So we got the elephant in the room, and that's the mighty KC Chiefs.
That's hot.
And that's what knocked us down. And then we had to go to the desert, and the Las Vegas Raiders got in us. So again, the good thing about all of this is all of these are AFC teams. AFC West, we can't really seem to beat them besides the champs. So hopefully when it comes to playoff seedings and all that other stuff, our record against the NFC will be stout and we won't have to worry too much. But maybe and hopefully we got all that losing out of our system.
Once you show the other side, just so we can, we can go out on a positive note.
On a positive note, these are all the teams that we beat, So we
like
got.
That side. I like that side.
Yeah, so we need to start adding to this.
Yeah,
and again, my game over caller right here started with the Atlanta Falcons, and that's when we put the smack down on some people. So we need to put some more initials in that column right there, add some teams to that list. And the New Orleans Saints, so we may see a big NO next week. Would be cool as fuck.
Or who that?
Who that? Yeah. Who that?
Yeah. Well, that's a positive way to go out.
Yeah.
With that said, it's Hakeem Green, Uncle Spliffy, Big West. We out of here. IZM Sports.
Peace.
Go Cowboys. Let's get it. See you next week.
Cheer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cheer.